Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 29th episode of the Ashen Waste. It's been a while since we last played. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Eh.
Missed you guys.
Not too bad, man.
So, last time we left off, almost an entire month ago, party had finally finished their big mission. They delivered Alteron the merchant to the den of Qigong, met with the various people of the den, and worked with Malleus, who was revealed to be a den lord, to provide protection, as they had discovered, almost by accident, a plot made by the Drow, still loyal to Lolth herself, to invade the den. And after a very long and hard-won fight, which resulted in Lu almost dying before receiving a strange form of divine intervention, party is currently scattered, shall we say.
I
Sioda
feel like you
and
guys are all
Straight
together.
are
I'm the only one
still
that's not
intact and currently in the den helping collect the dead bodies, help the grieving mourn, and also look for Meshuda, who was captured quite a few sessions ago.
And no one has come to rescue me
No
until
one
now.
has found her. And it has been, I think at this point,
5
almost-
or 6 sessions.
it's been 5 or 6 sessions. In game time, it's been quite a while. And
It's been a few days, I feel like. No?
just as
Not that
the
far.
party has been fighting off this random invasion, Meshuda has also been having a very unfortunate time trying to navigate the Underdark, which is a very vast expanse of tunnels. And Blue, currently, after the battle was won and the strange creatures from out of nowhere appeared, collapsed and seems to be in a type of coma. And while other
he
healers,
dead?
such as Mont Blanc, have attempted to cast healing spells, they've determined he is alive and well, he is apparently unable to be woken up, regardless of what spells they try, even if they try to, shall we say, manually awaken him with a hard slap to the face, nothing seems to work. Blue is pulling a Sleeping
I want to
Beauty,
see that.
and he is completely and utterly serene
Does
in a
that
way that
mean-
you're not used to seeing on his dwarven vengeance paladin face.
Does that mean Mashuda has to kiss him awake?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Let's do it. Let's do
Let me go
it.
on my notes real quick. Hold on. Do I
Fuck.
want... Hold on, let me erase this line here about divine gifts and just replace it with true love's kiss, question mark?
Fuck you!
They hated each other so much.
Okay, you're right.
It-
True
it-
hate's
Enemies to
kiss.
lovers too.
True hate's kiss. He woke up... He was kissed by Meshuda and woke up with the sole purpose of saying, "Get the fuck away from me."
No, I'm kidding. You can use the divine thing. I'm not even there, so I can't kiss him.
No, it's too late.
He
It's
needs
been
to
written.
act as
It's
some
been
god.
I'm
become pact.
disappointed, Nick.
Don't sound...
Nick, you took away my.
Don't be so opposed to it.
Nick, you took away my 15 minutes of glory. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh, it's
You-
true
you
hate
can't say
kiss.
anything.
You love this.
Anyway.
I'm
Hey,
talking
he's
to
not
Nick.
saying no.
He's just saying don't do it, but he's not outright saying no.
As Sioda and Straight realize, hey, we're still missing that one person, and they go off in the direction of the tunnels to perhaps try to find their,
Wait,
excuse me,
I thought
erstwhile
they went
artificer
to the tunnel.
companion. I would like Meshuda to roll me a survival check and then a D100, just for funsies. And
Wait, Han, I can't roll. I can't roll the D100. Remember it. On the
Oh,
number-
right.
Let me
it's
roll
blocked
for
on
him.
screen.
Let me roll for him.
Oh, you're gonna roll for it?
The only
D100.
thing he's gonna be able to roll today.
It's fated to be. Now, who wants to roll?
He's
Let
gonna
Lou do
kiss
it.
me.
We're gonna
He's gonna
roll.
kiss me. I'm gonna roll for him.
All right.
It all seems right.
Imagine he rolls a 100. Meshuda just teleports and kisses him awake.
I'm
You
here, my
said, you
love.
said a nature check. You said a nature check, right?
Yes, nature.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, nature. Sorry.
Okay, that's not
okay.
bad.
A 13?
Parentheses captured.
That's not bad.
Meow.
Not
What the
bad at
fuck?
all.
Please don't kill me.
Roll a D100.
Hold on.
The left side of the screen where the dice tray is D100.
I know, but like my players are blocking my
You can't find
D100.
it. Yeah, see, that's what I said too.
I got it
wow.
ready, so I can send it.
Oh, okay, yes.
Send it.
Yeah, yeah, you do it.
Send it.
Power.
90
Oh.
fucking 1.
Nice.
She is gonna teleport and just kiss me.
Oops.
Don't get your hopes up. You still 9 numbers away.
Oh wow.
Plotches rolling high was bad.
Right. Let's see.
Oh, please
Okay.
don't.
Okay. No, I mean a 91 is actually good. Like for the most part, you know, the higher the number, the better.
Okay.
If you know, like if a spell says it has like a 30% chance to not work, I'll say you have to roll between 1 and 30. You know, like the low end is the failure most times. So a 91
Right, so
is
what
actually really
happens?
good. So you actually make quite a ways into this unusual tunnel system, and I need to make a note. You're gonna. So right now, I cannot narrate what you're experiencing, but I'll tell you later.
Can you type it for me?
Go ahead and make a I would say investigate. No, not investigate. What would that be?
Survival?
Yeah, make a survival check for me.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense.
And
Okay.
don't forget about a flash of genius. If applicable.
Double 15s.
If applicable.
It's applicable on any skill check, attack roll, and saving throw.
So what does a double 15 get me? Does that give me a boost actually on the 15?
Well,
Wait, actually, they were both the same roll. They're both 12s that give me 15.
yes, that's what happens when you have modifiers. Let's see.
That is how
I'm
modifiers
sorry,
work.
that's just hilarious to me that I just got the same roll twice.
Okay.
Wait, what happened?
All right. Now for Sioda and Straight, what would you like to do?
For Ciota, shortly after everything calmed down a little bit in this like center hub, she would have like took Straight if he's willing and snuck away to like the center tunnel, and she would try to cast locate objects on Mashuta's toolbox, like right where the
Oh, yeah,
tunnel
that's where we
first
left
branches
off.
off.
That's where we left off. Yeah, you said that you'd
Locate
cast that,
objects.
and
I
then-
know.
And
Did you
then
roll the spell? If you
the
haven't
main
already?
thing was that like Tarumbar didn't give you an answer on if you found it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
That's where we
locate
left off.
objects raw is an unfortunately limited spell. I don't like it, and I've been considering for a while how I want to, you know, rule it or
That's
change
why
it
we
because
stopped for a month.
Hey, everything's homebrew if you need it.
everything is homebrew if you need it. Sioda,
Homebrew
I
fixes
would like
everything.
you to make me a nature check, and if you would like, do you have inspiration on you? I don't think so.
No, I used it last session.
Can you
I
give her
think-
inspiration for being smart?
At
think
one
for-
point, I got double inspiration, and you were like, "Suck it." So
Yeah, because well, that's what happens when you get it, but you don't use it. You only get one. So
Everybody
I
gets one.
think I do like this idea. I have an idea. I like this idea, so I think I'll use it. So roll a nature check. If you would like, let's say advantage on the roll, you can sacrifice the use of your wild shape.
I think I'm already out of
wait,
wild
is
shape.
that
Yeah,
only
I'm
for
already
today
out
or-
of wild shape,
you're
so
already
I'll
out?
happily take that offer.
Is
I
that
have
only,
-1 wild shapes if you would permit.
Right.
is that only for today or is that permanently?
That's only it recovers on a short or long. Is it? Yeah, short or
I think
long.
it's a short rest.
No, I meant like if you sacrifice it.
I just
No, that's not permanent. Temporary.
Okay.
But I have no more wild shapes, so
Right, so what should she do instead?
If you sacrifice the use of your wild shape, you'll get, because you don't have any left, you can take a level of exhaustion instead.
what's the first level of exhaustion thingy? Because she's already pretty beat up right now.
You get disadvantage
First level-
at saving throws.
First level is disadvantage on that. Second level is half movement speed.
The fourth level was death, I think.
He's already
No,
so fucked
sixth
up,
level is
though.
death. Do you have? I think you already have exhaustion.
What is 10th level of exhaustion?
No,
There's
she
only 6
doesn't.
levels.
Death.
She doesn't have
Easy.
exhaustion. I have exhaustion.
Ah, yes, you do. So level
So
1
we're
exhaustion
technically dead?
gives you disadvantage on all ability checks.
I just looked it up too. Damn it.
How exhausted is Ciota right now?
This would be her first
I am
level.
so. I
Okay,
don't
so
have any
she's fine.
exhaustion, but I am like really tapped on
Tired.
spells,
Like
more or less.
literally running on fumes at this point.
Yeah.
Is she allowed to
I-
take a little rest while I am still stuck down here?
A rest isn't gonna help me get my spells back. I would have to take a
Hey,
nap.
would just
I
give you a
forgot to
while.
ask.
If you want to wait down there
forgot
for
to
8
ask.
hours.
I've been
How
waiting
big
down
is
here
the,
for
How
longer.
big is the cavern that we're in right now? I'm wondering if I could bring my Moorbounder in too.
It's the original cavern you all were in, so it's big enough for the Moorbounder. Once you get
Bit of a tight
to
fit, I imagine.
Straight, you were there on that teleport array, so you could
Yeah,
you
okay.
could take them to the teleport array, and from what you remember, those tunnels are big enough for your Moorbounder to fit.
Yeah, there were plenty of those.
What's the
It's the
teleport
same
array?
like central tunnel that has a lot of branching paths, but it's the same central tunnel Ciota came from, right?
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Same one where we fought all the cultists first.
Yep.
Okay.
I imagine it branches off like a tree, but it has like a center, like, you know, trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the big area that me and
I would love to switch to the map if I could find my damn mouse.
Isn't that always the struggle?
I know,
wanna
I
say
had it, but I
something.
misplaced
I
it.
want to say something, but that will be metagaming, so I will not say it. But I'm
Did I?
Wait,
helping.
wait, I just realized Nameless can't play this session because he's technically in a coma.
He can experience.
He's
Welcome
talking
back,
to his
Nameless.
god. Don't
You're
worry,
in coma.
he's doing something.
But
Can you make
it's
him,
not
like, go
gonna
through, like,
take
a
a fucking
divine-
session for these guys to find you.
Now you can experience what it's like for everyone else who is unable to play for a session or more.
I have
It's your turn.
I have no problem with it, but seriously, you guys wanna spend one
We don't-
session
to suffer.
finding this guy?
We
It
don't
is your
want-
turn to suffer.
How many sessions did it take for you guys to even find me again?
They
were
didn't find you.
actively-
You found
They
yourself.
couldn't find
Hold
you.
on.
For
You
real?
were shut up. You were actively hiding from us. You were actively hiding from us,
At the
motherfucker.
beginning, but when I got kidnapped,
What do you mean?
how on?
What do you mean you
mean?
got kidnapped?
What do you mean? Oh. There's a whole arc with Mont Blanc. Come on.
True.
There's a
Dude,
whole like 3 sessions with Mont Blanc.
dude,
Not like it's
we
more
came for you, but shit happened in front of us. Like we had problems. That's not. Oh my god, he's definitely going to give me
Anyways.
problems.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did I? Do
Yeah,
I? Is the
yeah,
nature
yeah,
directly
yeah.
tied
This
to
is-
what I'm finding on my
this
locate
is-
object spell?
Yeah, this is gonna take
Yes,
like
actually, this is
2 or
time.
3 sessions.
So
Okay,
I made
I
you roll
will-
nature.
I will burn the use or the. I will take a thing of exhaustion for advantage on it in that case.
You have. So, you have advantage for this nature check, which gives you a 26, which is fucking nice. But until you get a long rest, you will now have disadvantage on all ability checks moving forward. So,
Oh, I feel bad. Wait, can if she finds me, can I still use my Flash of Genius on her? Like, if she has disadvantage?
you can use Flash of Genius as long as you have uses, because the number of uses equal to your intelligence modifier per long rest.
I'm pretty sure I haven't used it recently, so I'm fine.
You don't use it that much, so yeah, you're good.
Well, no, I use it a good amount. I just haven't used it to help me escape because I'm fine.
So,
This is
let's
fine.
see. I made you roll your nature because, as you've hopefully gleaned over this entire campaign, as one of the few druids in the entire continent, there are some benefits, some downsides that come with the position. As you
What is
cast
the downsides of being a druid?
locate object,
Trafficking.
Oh, Druid trafficking. Oh my gosh.
Being stuck in a box? I don't know, maybe.
Nice. Um, as you cast locate objects, which normally is a relatively limited spell, you manipulate again the natural force of the world around you, and you feel a part of you leave. You feel a part of your strength be sapped away as you exchange that force, that life force, with the earth in exchange for just that little bit of extra power, that little bit of extra oomph to your spell. And you feel like a massive, like you're standing in a massive web as you kind of feel the magic actively passing over thousands, far more than just the original, thousands of feet into the vast Underdark, almost like casting the Commune spell. But instead of just looking for pockets of life and structure, you are looking for one specific thing. And as you reach the very edge of your awareness, and as you feel that magical energy you've borrowed become a little taxing, and you feel your body starting to almost like butter scraped over too much bread, you get the sensation of that I found it. And you get a kind of a lock onto the position of Meshuda's pouch, which you specified as the thing you wanted to find. It is very far, very deep underground. In the direction of the tunnels you had already gone, much farther than you've gone before. And you remember from the last time you were in the tunnel areas that it is far past the area you call home. It is beyond that. And at the very edge of what you now could easily consider to be, let's say, a good... let me double check. That is, yeah, almost a good mile and a half of distance between you and the target. And this is a mile and a half distance if you went in a straight line.
Do I know if it's like north, south, east, or west?
I will say that for the purposes of the map and the tunnel, this is mostly north, a slight leaning to the east. It's a little bit northeast.
Okay. Ugh. Is Nightshade is straight with me?
Yes.
Okay.
You're straight, my man. That's it.
Every time.
Yo,
Grips.
bro, where are you?
How could you do this to me?
My cousin in Christ, where are you?
Best part is I wasn't even religious. I just thought it was a fucking hilarious thing to say.
The first time he said, my brother in Christ, then he remembered I'm a Muslim. Then he said, my cousin in Allah. She was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Religion.
Religion check.
Religion check.
That
This
was-
religion doesn't belong in this world. There's only room for Bahamut.
You basically failed your religion check the first time.
I didn't fail it.
You botched it. You
Made
said,
it
my
But you
brother in
can't.
Christ.
I did not fail my religion check. I succeeded my performance check. Because I made you fucking laugh.
I guess.
I guess. I guess. Nightshade.
Yo, bro, where are you?
Yo, bro, do you blow? I'm gonna give you all this coke I found.
Bro, do you blow? I don't think you can say that during Pride Month.
Fuck off with
'Cause
the
answer's
pride one.
yes. I Nightshade.
Oh my god. My
That's
Here
so
we
sick.
go.
my
Again.
guinea pig just shaked himself and gave himself
Um,
a best
do
mohawk I ever seen.
do I sit
Fire.
the bag moving?
Bag does not seem to be moving. It seems completely stationary at the moment.
Okay. Um, I so when I was originally passing through there, I saw like those spiral like cone eyeball things. Um, I know
Resaw.
they didn't attack me on the way out, but would I have any way to know or tell if they would attack me when I pass them again?
You do actually, because of the, shall we say, acquaintance you have. You are capable of recognizing the signs of when one is nearby, and are able to kind of send a message that amounts to, "Don't mind me, just passing through."
Not
Also, they will
Food.
attack you when you go back because they did attack Lou when you were coming back.
just because you failed
Yeah.
your self check.
If they are not hostile, it doesn't
Don't
matter
remind
if
me.
you. If they are not hostile, it doesn't matter if I fail my the stealth check or not. They are hostile.
They still attacked me when I tried to get you out.
Did you? I just got up with my like fuck off me
Yeah.
Bahamas vision.
No, yeah. They definitely hit me, like attacked me, I think. I know I was rolling stuff back then.
Basically, they are hostile. Be careful. That's it.
So anyway,
Yeah.
you move
Yeah,
into the tunnels.
I would relay all this information to Straight and start heading in deeper. Um, if I there was like no signs of life at all, right? There's like no like animal prints at any point on the ground at all.
No, and straight as you follow Tioda and you start
Nashane is
going
not here.
into the tunnel region, you notice that you were in a section of tunnels, a couple sections of tunnels with Engen and Lu, and that was a specific look and a specific appearance and a specific set of creatures. Tioda takes you in a direction that is completely different and much quieter, and there are no the creatures you had seen, the Quaggoths and the Umber Hulks that you had encountered. You don't even as you kind of keep on alert, you keep a hand by your hilt, and your moorbounder is also kind of looking around and sniffing to make sure things are okay. You do not notice any issues whatsoever. And even for Sioda, as you make your way through, you recognize the signs of when those conical eyeball creatures are near. As you approach, you feel a vague brushing, a vague mental brush against your psyche, and the creatures withdraw into themselves, and you pass by with no issue.
Hmm. Awesome. So is the path going through my hometown, or is it
It
just
is going along the same tunnel system that kind of leads to. It's the same tunnel system that is connected to where your home was. Uh, though the path that you are taking kind of intuitively, and also now would be a good time to make a survival check as you're starting to head into more unfamiliar territory. With unfortunately disadvantage because of your exhaustion now. 24 is still really good. As you kind of go through, you feel tired, but you're following your intuition and keeping along a path that kind of winds through these tunnel systems. And even you're kind of fighting through a minor migraine right now. As you kind of go through and you're like, okay, this is the way to get to that pack. And as you continue onward, still no issues at all. Meshuda, I would like to ask for another nature check. And who would like to roll a D100?
I got you.
Oh my god. That's not good.
Better you than me.
Okay.
That's not a good from a DM.
I'm just trying to help.
You're gonna help, but you're not gonna help Mishuda, you're gonna help Tromba.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So now I just need the actual nature check.
Oh my god, this is not gonna be good.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna also roll. Good. That is a good result. Alright. Anyways, you continue along this path until you get maybe, let's say, a couple bends away from your home, and you feel that the new sensation of almost like waves. I won't say caressing, because it's not that gentle, but just pleasant, like it's there. The sensation of waves, cold waves. It's not unpleasant, but rather than comforting, it's more of like a landmark, like something you cannot help but to notice.
Is it similar to sensations I've had before?
It's very similar. It's that kind of like almost like a white noise, but no, not white noise. It's a sensation of cold waves that kind of wash over you, not threatening to drown you, but just making their presence known. And the specific sensation that you're used to, which is almost like that white noise kind of sensation, that's not present, but you're getting that undercurrent that's always there.
I would open my mind to it, but I wouldn't really send any energy into it, if that makes sense.
Make a make a wisdom save. You're a druid. You're good at this.
Nope.
As you open your mind,
Wait, if it's a charm effect, I would have advantage, I think.
yeah, you have advantage of charm effects. This is not. As
Okay.
you open your mind, almost on a reflex, you are bombarded by that very chilling sensation, and physically you start feeling your body's temperature drop rapidly, and you start shivering, but nothing negative happens other than that.
Am I able to determine the source at all?
You recognize the source as coming from one of two possible things.
Okay. Does it have any kind of emotion tied to it?
It's from your understanding and your experiences, things like emotions, pinpointed sort of things like emotions are not easy to come by. It's just a very vague again, landmark. It is there. It's not doing anything actively, it's just passively radiating this mental almost pressure.
I would just think to myself that and probably fall back with Straight's Moorbounder for like a little bit of warmth from him. And I would continue on, barring any kind of response.
Okay, you continue onwards. I'm gonna, let's see. As you make your way through this long and winding series of tunnels, you come across a wall of not natural earth this time. There's little, almost like fault lines throughout this section of wall that kind of stand out because they almost they have a luster to them that is noticeable even. Oh well, actually yeah, because Threat would put a torch on because he is a human. He don't got dark vision. So there's these fault lines, these veins running through a section of wall that you notice because they give off a vaguely metallic sort of luster in the light of the torch.
Is this similar to the ones that Lou had found earlier in that big cavern?
No, this is almost a more purplish sort of color.
Am I able to like determine if it has any kind of magical aura going on?
You can make an Arcana check.
Please,
I will take that.
please bring me some souvenir.
19's pretty damn good. You kind of walk up to it kind of slowly and just kind of peek at it, and then slowly start to place your hand upon the wall, your palm directly over one of the veins. And you just kind of close your eyes and feel the sensation. And you're still struggling a little bit between the tiredness and the cold mental waves that are constantly just washing. They're getting weaker as you move away from the source, but they're still there. And as you keep your hand upon the veins in the wall, you get this just the lightest sensation of a positive sort of magical feedback as you kind of push just that tiny bit of magic into it just to get a feel for the material. It's a sensation of almost like the vein kind of holds the magic for a second before the magic itself quickly dissipates and spreads down the veins and out of your senses.
And these seem like these are
What
like a
just happened?
natural material, right?
It seems like actually, go ahead and make a nature check. It seems like it could be natural, except again, it very much has the appearance of being embedded. 20 with a 12 because disadvantage.
Yeah.
You again, it seems like it could be natural because there's nothing about it from your 19 Arcana, which is really good. You don't sense anything directly artificial about it. But with your nature check, you can't quite place anything that you remember that's similar to this. But you do recognize that as you push magic into that section of the vein, the magic you push into it quickly it's conducted away from your hand and just down the length of the vein until you can no longer sense it.
If I look at the ground around here, do I see any footprints that might line up with Mashuda's?
What the heck just happened? What did I miss?
Thanks.
You don't know.
I think Straits would be better at this because he is a very good
Because he doesn't have disadvantage.
pathfinder.
Yeah, because he doesn't have disadvantage on anything right now.
I'm doing pretty okay so far.
I mean, yeah,
Surprisingly.
that's fun.
I
Yeah.
mean, he is with
In
you.
my
You can use him as a pathfinder because he's actually very good at finding tracks.
That's
I
true. Yeah.
I mean, at the most right now, because he's not available, he can give you help, so you don't have disadvantage. But like on Arcana and Nature, that's not his thing. But for Survival, he can help you with that.
Yeah. Do you want him to do that?
I mean that it would give her advantage, so it would cancel out the disadvantage for this roll.
So it would be a straight roll.
It would be a straight roll. So go ahead and roll me a Survival check as you and Straight kind of look around for tracks.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
20.
15.
Dirty 20. If wait, yeah, no, it's 15. Sorry.
It's a straight roll, yeah.
I got,
15.
excited.
Sir, she rolled a 20.
You look around for a bit, and again, the pounding of your head. You do find hints of prints coming from mainly insectoid limbs that kind of prick the dirt and stone of the area as they move along. It goes forward in a more northerly direction.
Do I see any humanoid footprints at all?
No. As you look around and you double check, you do not see any, like, oh, this is a boot. Excuse me, this is a boot. It's mostly spiders.
Okay. I'll probably just continue. Like, do the spiders all seem to be going in a specific direction? Following the same path that would line up with where I'm going anyway?
Because of the way that spiders are, they don't have, like, they don't have toes and a foot that's elongated to show what direction they're walking in.
Mm.
You do get the impression, because you are personally very familiar with spiders, you get the impression that they're all walking, that the prints seem to be moving in a direction, in that northerly direction. Like it feels like that's the way that they're going. The other tracks are mostly just them wandering around.
Okay.
As they do.
Well, I'd keep this. Is it possible for me to like brush away some of the dirt? And how hard is this material? Am I able to like collect a sample of it?
Yes, bring me souvenirs.
Brushing away the dirt is easy. If you would like to see how tough it is, I would need a strength check if you're going to try to bend it with your hands or dig it out with your hands, or an attack roll if you're using a weapon, just to see if it can...
Like, I know it's not the right tool for the job, but I have like a small mallet and like those leather worker tools, and
Yeah,
I
that
probably
works.
try to purpose one of those and just chisel a little piece
Yeah,
out.
you can
instead of-
chisel it out. That's
That's
actually
an
very good
entirely
idea.
good use of a resource. Hello. So, Straight,
Hello, my brother.
Yes.
as you've gone through tunnels, as you've gone through the tunnel systems, you notice that before you went through certain tunnels with Lu and Tengen, this time Sioda is leading you in an entirely different direction. You have not encountered any more creatures like the Quaggoths or the Umber Hulks, and at one point she started shivering a little violently, and right now she has led you to a section of wall that one, had a lot of spider tracks that you and her examined, and two, the section of wall itself seems to have these veins of vaguely purple-ish, metallic, lustery sort of material that she is trying to chisel to get a piece of, but has failed. She is not able to pierce.
Maybe help him out?
Shut up, sleepy boy.
And he's gone again.
Ripperonis.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
If this 4-foot
Fantastic.
tall girl, just be like,
Fantastic.
geez, I wish that there was a man here.
You in need of some help, Ciota?
That's
If you're
Yoda, my lady.
offering. Yeah, I was just gonna get a piece of this because I feel like this would absolutely be attracting Mashida down here. Because Mashida's probably down this cave somewhere, and I feel like she's all shiny. And it's definitely magical in some way, so I was just gonna get a sample of it. Do you think you could like chisel off a piece? Well, I tried.
He's definitely gonna help you whenever he comes back.
Straight. What would you
Right.
like to do?
Let's see. Well, to help her out, so
What kind of tool proficiencies do you have? I'm curious. I forgot. Is it leather or is it metal?
sure it's more metalworking.
If that's the case, you might have a better chance.
I would offer him
Artisan's
my mallet
tools
and
for proficiency and smith's tools. I think that's
Smith's tools. Yeah, yeah. Actually, you would be able to, if you would like, to make a strength check to try and see if you can chisel a piece out. Smith's tools would work. Basically, as long as you got a mallet and something that can be used as a chisel, you should be fine.
I
You know,
do believe I
like-
should have that.
Like if you had glass blowing tools or brewer's kit, you'd be like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this.
I got smith's tools, so hammer, tongs, charcoal, rags, and whetstone.
Mm-hmm.
You can use a dagger as a
I could offer
chisel.
him my little chisel that comes
Yeah.
with my lessons tools.
With Sioda's chisel and your actual hammer, not just a mallet, you would definitely be able to use it to try to chisel. Make a strength check for me, straight. Woo. Okay. So that is a d20 plus 2, and because you are using tools you are proficient in, that adds your proficiency bonus, so that's a plus 4. Which is plus 4. So an
Yeah,
18
proficiency
total.
plus 4.
You are able. You grab your hammer, you grab Sioda's chisel, and you can hold it. You can, you do the thing where you have the hammer pressed against the end of the chisel, and then you give it a quick whack, and you're able to cleanly pierce through a small section of this vein, and then you move it to a different, let's say, like a good 3-4 inches apart. You make another good solid whack, and you're able to pull out a chunk of this vaguely purplish metallic thing from the section of wall it was in. It is about 3 to 4 inches long and barely an inch or so wide, but it is surprisingly heavy. Like as you hold it, a long sword would weigh anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5 pounds. This is like tiny, and it weighs about as much as the sword does. It's
Very heavy stuff.
it's not like, oh, it's heavy, but this is a solid 3 to 4 pounds in a tiny little thing that's barely bigger. That's like the length of your middle finger to, I guess, the middle of your palm. Like it's small, but it's like, oh yeah, this thing's got weight to it.
Stuff is pretty heavy for size.
We would be freaking out if he was here.
Actually, I wanted to say if it's I'm able to make a weapon out of it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm in coma. So never mind.
Anyways.
Yeah. Pocketing that and making just a mental note of where this is and continuing onward.
Alrighty. You pocket the small strand of purple metal, possibly metal. Go ahead and mark that in your inventory straight, I suppose. Continue onward. Both of you, well, no. Sioda make. Actually, I guess both of you can make But no. Jesus. Sioda has to be the one that makes a survival check because this is her intuition she's following based on her spell. So she has to make a survival check.
Hmm.
I
Does
will allow Straight to make a perception check
Hmm.
to keep, because he's keeping an eye open because he doesn't have weird magical intuition. He has human intuition, and his human intuition is saying, "Hey, we're in a strange series of tunnels. No idea where we're going. Should probably be careful."
Good thought.
does the torch
23%.
help me at all though?
The torch would not help you because this isn't because you're it's writing off of the spell. Ooh, natural one because disadvantage. It's writing off the spell, so you're
Ooh.
following intuition while you're exhausted, while you're experiencing all this.
Not having a good
So
time.
yeah, no, you walk a little ways and you reach a intersection. And
You know why I'm laughing?
intersections.
No,
Reach
John
an intersection.
Travolta. What the fuck I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
I was reminded of that.
You reach an intersection and you're like, oh, now what?
I mean,
Straight.
does the locate objects thing point me in a specific direction, like northeast? Like, is it like I have an internal arrow pointing me there?
So you have the internal arrow pointing you there, and as the spell wore off, you've been following that intuition. And you're like, okay, this is the way it's going, and you've been keeping like a mental compass of like, okay, this is the direction it was in. And as you move through the tunnels, the nature checks were like, okay, as I'm taking these turns and I'm following these curves, which way would point me? What direction should I be heading in? And right now, as you're heading to an intersection, and that wave of exhaustion hits again, you're like, oh shit, which way am I supposed to go?
Locate object is a concentration spell, though.
How
That's
long
why
does
I
it
wasn't
last?
spamming guidance.
Damn, she got you,
I,
man.
I'm aware, but how long does it last? 10 minutes?
I thought this is a. Oh wait. Okay, it's been over 10 minutes, I guess. Then
Yeah.
I thought it was.
So
I thought you maintain concentration for like as long as it is. Nope. Okay, I get you.
unfortunately not. Because this is like, because you cast the spell when you were, I would say, even at the tunnels where Stray and Lu had fought the cultists. If you had waited to cast it until you got there, I'd say you'd probably get as far as you are now, and because again, this is like a big area, and I've said a mile and a half, and I do mean a mile and a half
Yeah.
in a straight line. So in winding tunnels, it's like almost 2.5 miles of walking probably, because again, these tunnels aren't straight; they are going everywhere.
Do I see any tracks on the ground at all?
You can still see the same spider tracks as before,
Are there
and they're
more on one side versus the other?
you can make another survival check, and Straight you can as well because you've also seen the spider tracks. Guidance.
Guidance. Oh, that's
24. 24?
Oh.
Yeah. Disadvantage to 24.
Yeah, disadvantage of 24. And Straight
And
you can
survival,
make a
right?
survival, yes. Because you've also seen the tracks. 1924. You both are able to very quickly zero in on those spider tracks again. And as you look at this fairly large intersection of tunnels, you see a couple that lead. A majority of them either head in the tunnel directly ahead of you, or the one that kind of heads a bit to the right, like north, but quickly curves off to the right. And I will say that you do also notice that as you walk through, and the tunnel floors and walls and ceiling are starting to look less like natural, or less like burrowed earth as by like say Umber Hulks that tunnel through. It's starting to look just a little bit like actually worked stone, still very textured and like it looks like it's an attempt to camouflage it to make the stone look natural, like a natural part of the terrain. But as you look more closely, you realize that the stones themselves actually do have a pattern to them. A very small one. It doesn't give you any clues or anything like that. But there's a definite pattern that makes you realize, oh, this is worked stone. This is like someone came in and carved in designs to signify a path.
I wouldn't remember anything about this tunnel from my childhood, would I?
No. This is something that. How old is your character again?
Let's see.
Always
know
asking
she's-
them how old they're.
She is quite. I wrote it down somewhere. I know I did. I don't want to make up a number because I know I wrote it down.
Check
I
your
know I wrote it
bio.
down. She is a couple 100 years old though.
Yeah.
Check your
So you've been
bio. You should
around
be
a
having like a
decent
bio.
while. You are aware that you have not. You've explored, and especially with druidic powers, you've explored, and you do know that the time when the drow became more prevalent in this area, this part of the Underdark, which is again very isolated, was more recent. Which for you is, which for Straight is a long time, but for you it's relatively more recent, like maybe a good 50, 60 years. At
I
that
think I
time
made her
you
like
were
280.
yeah, and by the time that happened, like by the time the drow were like coming to this area more often, you were pretty much more likely to explore because of again druidic magics, and there are a lot of critters that need help from druids.
And no much curiosity.
Exactly. So no, you do not recognize these tunnels as something you've necessarily walked through a lot.
Would I be able to, by looking at the walls, get a sense of how long ago they were chiseled?
No.
No.
Stone cunning is not your expertise.
That's
It's not
Yeah.
your feature. It's not your feature.
If only you had someone that had that feature.
It wasn't in a
only
coma.
someone. Yeah, not comatose.
I mean, you
Anyway.
could have just waited for him to wake up, then go after.
For
this
3
guy.
days?
3
I know
days.
you got like the shooter, but she'd only been gone for several days, and she's probably getting eaten by spiders.
And you guys just saw me just collapse. Like, yeah, he will be fine. We just gonna.
Actually, we were in a completely different area than you were.
Okay, that makes sense.
We haven't seen you in a long time.
I was like, these guys are really bad friends.
Also,
They
you like
just saw
publicly
me collapse
humiliated
and they
Yoda.
just
She's
fucked
not gonna
off.
ask for your help.
I mean, yeah, I was outside. Arena. I mean, I would
We were outside
try
of
to get
the.
in and see you, but at that point,
Yeah,
we
the
also had
the
Ciota gone for
barrier.
quite a while.
Yeah, the barriers
Yeah,
wouldn't
Ciota.
let you there.
Ciota would not have checked on Lou. She would have just kind of gone away from like once everything was calmed down. She would have just sulked away.
You
With
either don't
straight-
like me or have very good confidence in my fighting ability.
You
I
publicly
do.
humiliated her last time we saw each other.
Yeah, you don't like me.
It has some confidence.
Let's see. Meshuda, are you still there?
Yeah, no, I would at least try to say that my character would also
Yeah,
try
I'm
to
here.
find Mashuda, since that was our original plan before
Right.
everything we figured
Okay.
off.
Meshuda, I would like at this time another survival check, and could someone
I-
please roll a d100?
Wait, I already gave you one.
I'm aware. I need
Another one. Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
11. And a
Can I use
3.
Can I use Flash of Genius?
Yes, you may. So,
Okay. Okay, so
What's
I
your
have four.
interpretation?
I have 4 uses. How do I subtract it?
Oh, just roll the thing. Just roll Flash
Okay.
of Genius.
Okay, I clicked it. Did it work?
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Okay, so a 15 survival and a 3 on the d100.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh shoot! No.
Even if you use your flash of genius, it wouldn't matter. That tree is bad.
Oh gosh.
Although it
No.
depends, maybe the tree is good. We don't know.
Is it good this time?
We don't know. That's DM to
You,
decide.
Tarambar?
I'm gonna go to show you'll never know. So, as you continue, straight and Sioda,
Mm. I would have gone
you
on not the path that goes hard east. I would go on the one that's slightly
more
just more
north.
north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take
Unless
the
straight doesn't
more,
work.
yeah, you take the path that is more direct, yeah, straightforward, and continue along it for a decent amount of time. And make another nature check as you try to regain your eternal compass. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Guidance is good. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
24 again. You
Holy shit.
reconnect with, you kind of retrace your steps, which is really difficult to do. You retrace your steps mentally, and you're like, okay, think about it, and then, this way. You're in the right tunnel. You think you're in the right tunnel. And as the tunnels start continuing to branch off in different ways, you come across another, like, almost intersection, and you take a tunnel that heads more in that specific path that you want to go. Like, in your head, you're like, okay, I still need to go in this direction. This tunnel looks like it takes me there.
Mm. Italy. But yeah, I do also have the Wanderer feature, so I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around.
Mm-hmm. So yes, that helps. That definitely does help you when you lose your way to be like, oh shit, I need to recollect myself.
Mm.
It is very, very useful.
A quick question for the DM. Guidance is does clerics have access to guidance?
Yeah, clerics, druids, rangers, and bards.
Okay.
Most classes get it. But anyway, where was I? Continue onwards. I will. As you move forward, Sioda, you have a passive perception that's pretty high, but I don't think it's high enough. Let me double check. What's your passive
What's
perception?
I know it says on here. Never looked for it.
No, it says on your on your character sheet.
I know I'm looking for it on the character sheet. I don't know where it says it. I know
So
it
when
says
you
it on here.
Yeah, when you look at the perception skill, it'll say wisdom and then the plus bonus, and then there'll be a little gray number in the parentheses. That's your passive perception.
Yeah.
Wait, where in parentheses? I don't see it.
So when you look at your attributes tab,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see the word perception, and then next to will be wisdom.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was looking at like the actual attribute. Okay, so that would be
Yeah.
a 16.
Passive perception 16. So, yes, I would need you to make me a perception check. And straight, I think you rolled for the last time already. And you got a 23. I'll let you keep that for now. So go ahead and roll, Sula.
Me perception. Do I get guidance?
Yes. 19. 19 and 23. You miss it at first, but you kind of like stop midway, both of you. You kind of backtrack a little bit. You hear the sound of weirdly rhythmic skittering.
Is that familiar from what I heard earlier?
It's not familiar to anything you've heard. Actually, yeah, it is. It's familiar to the sound of an army of phase spiders crawling across the streets of a den. Not as not as massive, not nearly as massive, but like it's a rhythmic skittering of insectoid legs, and you're like, huh, what's that doing here?
We're going in the right direction.
Are we fighting face spiders again?
Again.
Hopefully not.
Don't. The sounds themselves do not seem as large, and again, there doesn't seem, from what you can hear, it does not sound like there are nearly as many. Thankfully, but yeah, no, you do hear this very rhythmic skittering noises, and it's very constant. Like it's from the distance and the echo in the tunnel and what you can hear. It seems like the skittering sound is keeping in one spot and is just kind of consistently making that noise. It just goes on like a
Question
sustained note on a piano.
Question for future reference. Can phase spiders be affected by animal friendship?
I will say for you, yes, because you are a very spider attuned druid.
Okay.
It makes sense for your character.
DM, can I level up my character?
Did I say you could?
Yes.
I did? Okay then.
Also, I'm gonna remove one of my cantrips and replace it with another one. Because of my blessed fighter, I can do that every time I level up.
So, if I dip into a crouch and go into stealth mode, am I able to get like around the bend of a cave and see what I'm hearing?
Yes, I would like you to make a stealth check, and you would have advantage because you're already adopting the stealthy posture, so you can get a straight roll out of it.
I've technically double advantage apparently because stone camouflage if this is rocky terrain.
Which it
But
is. So you
does not.
get a straight roll regardless. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Stuff. Don't seem
Uh,
that's
yeah, good thing you have a straight roll. 28 is very nice. You kind of crouch down and straight. You don't realize it as you're kind of like keeping on alert and you're just looking down the tunnel. Kind of turn around, you turn towards Sealda and you're like, what should we do? And she's gone. You're like, wait, what? And then you kind of turn back and you see her like halfway down the tunnel already, just silently creeping. Picture of stealth.
Oh wait, do I hear him say what should we do?
You would hear you would hear like a mutter like, hey, what should turns and then just quiet. And if you look back, he's just looking at you.
Oh, I would telepathically
Ooh.
yeah, because
Oh,
I can
this is
do
new.
that. No, I
Straight.
was doing it last time, but like with in cat form. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Straight, you there? Cool. Sealda, say what you're gonna say.
Like I'm gonna try to get a little bit. I'm just gonna scout ahead. I would advise taking out that torch and laying low. Is what I would say.
Will do. I will stay here until I hear a commotion up front if that is the case.
Alrighty. Straight, as you're looking at Sealda and you feel, and she communicates with you mentally, you recognize the sensation because when you were in the den in the temple, you mentally spoke with her while she was in cat form, and part of you was like, oh, I guess this is just a thing weird shape changing magic casters do. Now, as you're looking at her in her kind of base for her true form,
I'd say
and
she's
you're
not
looking at her.
facing him, if that makes any kind of difference.
Well, I would say you looked at him and saw what he was doing, and then started communicating as you were walking away.
Okay.
But like in that moment as she's speaking with you, you're in your mind, you get this and you feel a sensation of like something pressing against your brain in a weird way. And also as she continues to talk, you start to feel a sensation like cold waves washing over your entire body, making you a little bit colder. And then as she stops talking and the connection cuts, cold slowly dissipates.
I'll just think, well, that's interesting.
Yo, DM, I got a lot and depistation as a book, right?
What? What?
The way
What
he
did
said
you
what?
just say to me?
That fucking word that I cannot say. I asked you about two spells. One was a lot. The other one was a spell that can uh, create and control a flame, and you was like that one. This
Produce flame.
Oh, the
Produce flame. That's the
yeah.
spell Yoda used earlier.
no
If you want just light, I would recommend like the one that has a whole bunch of little small lights. I think is better. Dancing lights.
Dancing lights is a very useful spell.
I think it's a little bit better
Cantrip.
than light itself.
dancing
It's actually
lights.
better.
Di-
Dancing
di-
lights is very handy.
did I get dancing light? Because
Mm.
I bought two books, and one of them was large, the other one was something that I cannot pronounce. The clerics have it, I think. Anyways, do I just take dancing lights?
If you would like, it is very useful, as Yoda has already as Amina has already pointed out.
Can I use it as kind of like a light source?
And yo, that's what it's for. It summons 4 lights that you can move around as a bonus action. So it covers quite a bit of space.
Okay, thank you.
And you can use it as a distraction and stuff, and you can't really use it like that with just light as a cantrip.
Yeah.
I think Caleb used it a lot in Critical
Dancing
Role.
lights.
It's a very handy cantrip.
Yeah, I like Produce Flame because of the aesthetic a little bit more. But that's just me. And also, cantrip attacks.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, creeping forward in stealth mode. What do my gnomish eyeballs see?
Well, first thing you notice as you approach is that the tunnel quickly widens into a large kind of cavernous opening. And the second thing you notice is that this cavernous opening is filled to the brim with tiny spiders. Well, not tiny. Some of them are tiny. A lot of them are. Most of them are tiny. The rest of them are kind of like approaching almost the size of your head, which is like the size of a child's head. So big, but not as massive as a phase spider, because those things are like the size of horses. You notice that they're moving rhythmically. It takes you a moment to realize it looks like they're just kind of doing a weird synchronized dance.
Is it around any particular object?
You don't see an object that stands out, but you do notice that they're kind of moving in a more circular motion. And as you kind of like you get just a little closer and kind of peek your head up, you do realize that there seems to be a vague etching of which you would recognize from the various cultists back when you were fighting. They seem to be surrounding a image of what looks to be the spider goddess Lolth. All right, not a direct visage of her, but just that stylistic sort of spider drawing that the cultists would wear on their robes, that you recognize as being considered like basically the holy symbol of Lolth.
Mm. And these all, for my reference, are like young spiders.
They are all. Well, you do recognize some that seem to be adults of their species, but they're just all tiny.
Okay. Like house spider variety of
Yeah,
base spider.
except for the ones that are like closer to the size of your head, but for the most part, yeah, it's pretty normal spiders. The Underdark.
Mm.
Nothing too crazy.
Is this like would this be where my locate objects would end? Like around here? Or would it keep going forward?
It would keep you. The impression you get is that you have not walked far enough.
Okay. Um. Um. Are there any specific spiders that seem to be leading the dance at all?
As far as you can tell, they're all moving in the vaguely synchronized motion.
Mhm. Um. Do I see a straight like where the another tunnel would be past this chamber?
You do. Directly across from where you are, on the other side of this cavern, there is a door-shaped impression. It looks like a section of wall in the shape of a door that's kind of been like partially collapsed. So you can tell that it seems to lead to a way further. And it still seems to be in that rough northeastern direction that you want to be in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have very creative ideas, but none of the spell slots to sacrifice for it.
Sometimes.
Um, they're all. Do I have another pass without trace? I do. Okay. I'm going to fall back and meet back up with straight.
Okay.
And again, I would use the telepathy because, I don't want to be heard. Um, straight. Nightshade.
Yeah.
He has problem finding you.
There's a bunch of phase spiders, not phase spiders, phase spiders up there. They're not big ones for the most part, but I think that we could probably get around them if we just stuck through it because they're all just dancing at the moment.
Dancing, you say?
Yeah, like,
Dancing, you say.
and
His
it's all
interest
around.
is picked.
Yeah, I think they're like, I don't know, worshiping Loth or something. Loth, Loth, I don't know. Because there's a,
So you think there's a way for me and
I
me to
mean,
at least get through?
they seem all really kind of distracted right now, and I can cast a spell that should help us get through it. Yes, you'll be traveling blind though.
I mean, if there's a way for me to get through without being caught, then we can certainly try it. But if you want to try and go further in, still be able to talk with me like this, then I don't see why you don't already use that advantage.
I mean, I can only do this when we're like kind of close still.
Okay. If you want me to try and move closer to where you are at, can at least try. Hope that's none of them at least notice me trying to get by them.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace, my last second level spell slot. On me, straight, and the Morbid.
So you want me to do stealth along with
Yeah,
and more
like
bounder? What did I think?
I don't know what you see. Like
That's what it is.
you can see me if we're close, right? Or is it just pitch black?
I could not see very well in the dark. So, since I'm with my moorbounder, we can certainly through.
Here, I'll like a small piece of like rope and like tie part of it like around my waist and hand him the other side so he can follow it like a leash. Because I don't have any issues like that seeing in the dark at all. So
I mean, I also have my moorbounder, so he can see perfectly fine.
can you see through your moorbounder's eyes?
Oh, but moorbounder can certainly lead me, at least for the most part. So
Alright. Let's get through.
you want me to roll stealth for both me and Chun?
That would be good.
See, and it's a +10, so
23, 33, 32, and actually with disadvantage, yeah, 32, 33, 32, and for the moorbounder we got 21. You are all able to enter this tunnel, see the vast array of spiders that are kind of dancing around this holy symbol of Lolth in the center of the cavern, and even as they're starting to slow down their dance, you somehow manage to get Gnome, a human, and a massive moorbounder across the entire room to the door without alerting any of them. Because Pass Without Trace is amazing.
It's not amazing. It's fucking broken.
I'm gonna keep concentration on that up while we continue deeper. Do I see like going past this little door, do I see any more spider tracks out but beyond this point?
You see some, but they're much more scattered compared to... Like, there's only maybe 1 or 2 spiders worth of tracks. Does not seem to be a tunnel that they go in very frequently.
Okay. Would I tell by like the size of like the little, because I assume the tracks are just basically like small like lines on the ground or like dots on the ground, like footprints. Would I be able to tell the size of them?
Definitely more of the larger spiders. Which you can understand does make some sense, as they would definitely not want to be sending the babies off, tiny ones off. So they seem to be sending what could best be described as the soldier spiders. To check, make sure everything's alright.
Alright. Do I still have a good arrow pointing me towards Shuda?
Meshuda's pack, yes. You still kind of have that sense.
He said Meshuda's packed up Meshuda. Shit.
That's the only thing I can locate. I
What's
can't
uh-oh?
locate Shuda. So.
Yeah, that's what she chose to locate. You can't locate person. Wait, is that
That
a
is a
spell?
spell.
Actually? Oh. Wait, actually, if you locate my goggles, then you could find where I am. because I'm
Yes,
always wearing
that
them.
was I was. That was.
You
I
should
was
always have your
just gonna say.
toolkit, because that's literally your spellcasting focus.
Oh, exceptions can be made.
You should have probably
Well,
picked something
well, thanks for
that
finding my toolkit, by the way.
he has on himself.
Why would you lose your toolkit? If you lose your toolkit, I'm assuming you're dead.
I'm not dead, don't worry.
Dude, it's
But
Mishuda.
not yet.
Nothing makes sense with Mishuda.
Also, it wasn't my decision; it was the DM decision.
Hey, now,
The
spoilers.
DM made you wander away?
No,
This is
no,
nowhere
the
near
DM,
the city.
The DM made me get captured.
Who wandered away?
I
did.
did because I was ordered to by Lou.
You were told to go straight to the city. That's a cap.
Yeah, I did. I went
That's a
I went
cap.
the path we came.
Stop the cap, motherfucker.
I went the path we came because I was told by Lou to go to the city to get backup.
Spoiler! Stop it! Metagaming!
Yeah.
Spoilers, dude.
Unacceptable!
We'll say
How is
we believe you for now. Dot
How is
dot
it?
dot.
How is it spoilers if it already happened?
No one knows, only you.
We don't know what happened to Miss Shuda.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
all
okay.
assuming you saw
Depths.
Sparkly and walked away.
All right. Well, thanks for finding my toolkit. Please find me.
We haven't found your toolkit yet. Alright.
Getting there.
Dude, step by step. Just wait.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap was
Yoda
amazing.
randomly thinks to himself,
Stop the
maybe I should
cap.
look for his goggles instead.
By Mishuda's track record, is not surprising if everybody assumes that Mishuda just wandered off and got lost.
Yeah.
Nothing you may do makes sense. Like,
Mm.
you wanted to give back Straight's crossbow, so you just shot
Ah,
him with
yeah.
your crossbow. Good times.
That
Oh,
was
memories.
That was the moment that shall live in infamy.
Like, what the fuck?
Just slaps him for no reason. Shout out to that.
Oh, yeah.
Women are complicated.
That is the truth.
Anyway, being sneaky and
Anywho.
continuing onwards. Following a magical arrow quest marker.
Clairvoyance, the Skyrim spell.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's more like the guiding thing, the quest for Bioshock, like that giant flash on top of the screen. It's something like that. Yoo-hoo.
Sorry, cut out for me. Say that again.
Like, have you played Bioshock? It's like a giant flash on top of the screen. It's basically that.
If I say the game you're talking about, my boyfriend's gonna steal my microphone.
Say it.
Oh, say it.
But
I dare you to say it. Say it. Do it.
talking about Bioshock.
Fantastic game.
About.
Like, he knew what was up.
But yeah, he loves Bioshock.
Bioshock is a fantastic game. Even the second one that wasn't too good was good.
Oh, he's talking shit about the second one.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. He said it's objectively better.
Mm. It's like the first one is like first, third,
Oh
then the
no, we're
second
starting
one.
a fight in the comments.
You are
I mean,
assuming
I
we
got a
have
free Hershey's
views.
piece out of it.
Like, it wasn't
Same then.
as powerful as the first one, story wise, but that it was a good game.
Anyway, now that the cameo is done.
The cameo.
Cameo by Omnia's boyfriend.
I mean,
What?
he's cameoed a few times before.
What are we waiting for?
That's an excellent
mean-
question. Which reminds
I
me
mean-
that I think it's time for Sioda to make another nature check, and
Oh
for
my! Is this just gonna be the whole
Meshuda
discussion?
to make another one of those fantastic survival checks.
Beep, 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 beep,
Alright.
beep,
And a
beep, beep.
D100. Somebody make a D100 too.
Okay.
D100.
Yeah.
And it's just
D100.
D100.
Ooh, a 20 and a 21. Okay, and the D100, please.
Okay. Who can do that for me?
I've had bad luck. Lou should do it.
Yeah.
Can't.
Wait, no, he can't reach it.
Like, my
Nightshade's not here.
He can't reach it with his
Well,
short
well,
dwarf arms.
well.
I
Guess
can
I'll
do
have to-
Drumbar,
3
can
of
you,
them.
Drumbar, can you do it?
Hey, what the fuck?
67.
Oh,
He thought he was gonna be sly.
Like
Oh, boy.
67. You have a
67.
67.
I mean, he can't. He
67.
can't technically hit the actual one, so that's
Yeah.
pretty much the best you can do.
67 is good. Right?
Okay.
I shall make a
boy.
note.
What's happened?
No one knows.
Like,
I should know at least, right?
no,
I will tell you the list of your achievements after
you
we exit.
wish. Nobody knows what is happening in life.
We're making our way downtown.
What the hell is going on? I'm confused.
It is a question for time bar.
Like, what is
So,
the silence?
let's see what the 67. All right. Anyways, with Sioda's 21, you are able to regain your. You're able to maintain your quest marker compass, and you continue onwards. Which reminds me, I should. Ooh, okay. You continue past more hallways, and you notice that now that after you've entered this hidden sort of doorway, the halls you're passing actually look more like actual worked stone. Like they are maintaining a specific design and patterning that tells you that you are definitely heading into a
What was that sound?
colonized areas.
Gross. Unsanitary.
Entirely.
Okay.
So you are able to. You realize that you're heading into areas that are definitely been populated. And
Fine.
based on the holy symbol etching on the ground not too long ago, and the other sort of the way that other parts of this place looks, definitely Dro.
Okay. Do I see any humanoid footprints?
Humanoid footprints. You don't. As you look down, you do notice that the floor actually is smooth now and is completely worked stone and does not have nearly enough dirt and debris to help you tell, oh look, someone walked here. There is not enough for a footprint to make an impression.
Okay. I'm just going to keep following the compass, maintaining concentration on pass without trees.
Straight, what's your background again? Your background feature?
I think he BRB'd.
Oh, okay. I shall look for myself.
Is it 11?
Let's see. Nightshade. Straight.
I have a box for you.
Background Outlander. Background feature. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily help him here.
Did you hear that?
What?
Oh. Ah! No, I moved a cardboard box, right, to open it up so my cat could sit in it. My boyfriend said, "Oh my god, I thought you farted," and then Nameless laughed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Your boyfriend makes fantastic comments on noises in the background. We should definitely make him
Cardboard
come
sliding
into the
against
game.
each other. It was the flaps of a cardboard box.
Nope, you farted.
Nope. I wish my fart smelled like cardboard.
Yeah, he does have the Wanderer feature. Okay. So yeah, no, he is also able to kind of keep a memory of where you all have been going, but nothing that would specifically help him help you navigate because he's never been here. Museum.
Okay. Just keep rolling. Keeping an eye out for signs of civilization and or people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Meshuda, I would need. Oh, actually, hold on. Never mind. Sorry, never mind. I was just double checking something. Bon. As you continue on, you find yourselves heading into a widening cavern. It not nearly as massive as Qigong, but you recognize the signs of a den, a much smaller one. And as you kind of peek over around one of the tunnel walls, you do see the layout of some very ramshackle homes. Nothing necessarily sophisticated, almost like simplistic tents.
There's still symbols of
And
wolf displayed.
yes, there are actually on all the tents. They have their own little symbol of Lolth etched somewhere. Um, you look around for a bit and just listen quietly, and you do not notice any other drow present, just the tents. And you can imagine that this is where some of them must have been immediately before the invasion took place.
Mm.
It's just a pocket of them that was held here.
Do I see any burning like fires or anything like that around here?
Nope. There are some spots where fireplaces are, but they are currently inactive.
Do I hear anything?
No. You're far enough away that the spider dance ritual is out of perception, but the nothing else is you cannot hear anything else except for the breathing of yourself straight and his Moorbounder Chun.
Did we give a name to
He did,
Straits?
finally.
What did he name it?
Straight finally named his Moorbounder Chun.
Chun chun.
So many fucking names. Then he named it Chun.
Hey,
What the fuck does that even mean?
Chun-Li?
Chun. I like Chun. Chun is cute. I would name it Chun Chun, but that's just me. It's twice as good.
And I think that is a nice place to leave off until next session.
Right.
Thank you all for playing.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've DM'd, so just this couple hours of talking has already made my throat a little sore. So
Do
I
you want?
will
Do you
call
want
it.
us to get water?
Oh no, it's late. It's good for stopping
It's
point
like
here.
midnight. Past midnight.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you free during the week to like continue the RP? Like,
I should be, yes.
okay.
Expect lots of rolls.
Yeah, I wanna
Sweet,
RP, but it kinda is important to the story. The first half is Batman transformation. The second half, I don't want to say, but it's definitely going to be important to story. So I have to do it on record.
Mm.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Are we doing Thursday again? Or what?
I'd have to see my schedule for next
Hopefully.
week.
Yes.
Okay.
We always wait
Alright.
for Omnia's schedule.
If I
Alright,
don't
bye.
have any kind of like exam, yeah, I'm gonna be okay.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for playing. Take care, and I will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.